Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, the old captain here. If you want, you can visit me at assholeconsulting.com, captaincapitalism.blogspot.com. My podcast is on SoundCloud. Just look up Aaron Clary, C-L-A-R-E-Y. What other shit? I got the Twitter and the Facebook and all that other shit. If it happens once, I'm statistical anomaly. Twice, coincidence. 3 times, it's a trend or it's something that maybe I should address. And now for the 3rd or 4th, maybe even 5th time, I've got the question, when are you going to write Bachelorette Pad Economics? So I wrote a book called Bachelor Pad Economics, which is the financial advice Bible for men. That's the subtitle. And then people naturally, well, are you going to write Bachelorette Pad Economics? And no, because of 2 predominant reasons. One, I've never been a bachelorette. I'm not female, and therefore I cannot speak to the experiences of women. Really, a female economist should write it. One is charming, handsome, and as intelligent as me. So I don't really kind of necessarily believe it would be my place. And then 2, if you read Bachelor Pad Economics, it's somewhat of a misnomer. Because I'd say 85% of it is translatable for women. It's not like there are different laws of finance and economics for men and women. Women live a little bit longer than men, so that has some ramifications for retirement planning. But really simple fucking concepts like don't spend more than you make, that's universal. So if girls really want to get a good job on Bachelorette Pad Economics, just read Bachelor Pad Economics and hold your nose, because it's locker room talk. It's a bunch of, I'm speaking to guys. It wasn't written for women. And you're going to call it misogynist and sexist. No, there's a difference. That's how men think. That's how we deal with it in the real world. And so I also, the second thing is I just don't think women would like that particular book. So I think, 1, I can't speak to the specific things about women. And 2, it already exists, but I don't think you girls are gonna like it. I mean, if you can accept that that's what it is and that's how it is that guys think, you can read that book. So 3, 4 times the charm, whatever. I will be writing down the road an essay or a very small book about economics and women that will be written for women, but it's not going to be Bachelorette Pad Economics. It's going to be about something much more specific, much more foundational, something that in a field that I could actually speak competently towards, and not, well, I don't know, I'm just guessing. So, but that's neither here nor there. So what I did figure I'll do is I'm going to put together like the top 6 things, because I sat down, I thought about it, I'm like, okay, the down and dirty, the quick and dirty things that came into my mind that every woman should know, that would be Bachelorette Pad Economics. That is just, these are the 6 things, okay? These are the 6 main things, and it'll get you 75-80% there. And then if you really wanted to, you can read Worthless, you can read Bachelor Pad Economics, hold your nose, and that would basically give you the same thing. But hopefully this video will help a lot of young women. The number one, top of the list. Number 1, do not become a single mother. All financial problems, all, come from spending more than you make. And the number 1 cause of having expenses that exceed the amount of money you make is breeding children you can't afford. I don't give a motherfucking flying shit if you're lonely. I don't give a motherfucking flying shit if you have the fucking biological clock ticking. You are bringing in another sentient, innocent human being into this world that is going to depend on you for at least 18 years of their life. And if you don't have a father, or you don't have a stable man around, or you're just a dipshit, you're like the fucking trailer trash of Wyoming, or the fucking ghetto trash over in Southside Chicago, you just spread your legs and say, I want a baby, and who dang diggly dangly, I'm gonna get me some more government welfare check. You drive your fucking rascal around over on the west side Walmart of Casper, Wyoming, alright? Your life is over. It's fucking over. I don't care how much fucking government money goes your way. I don't care. You're fucked, because no guy's gonna marry you, and that's the most important thing in life, which we'll get to later. People aren't gonna hang out with you. You've immediately crippled yourself financially, and more importantly, you've crippled yourself in terms of time. You don't get to go to school no more. You don't get to sleep. You don't get to go to work. I mean, you have to do all these things, but you're going to burn out because you got to take care of the goddamn kid, or at least deal with it. Ship it off to daycare, outsource it to other people to take care of with other people's money, right? So not only for the torpedoing of your life, I mean, it's like the nuclear bomb hit. You are fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the U.S. Air Force came in and bombed the fuck out of you if you have a goddamn kid and you're a single mom. So choose your husband wisely. Make sure you're fucking married before you have the kid. And if you have a kid, or if you get pregnant and there's no dad around, fuck whether you want to keep it out. Get a goddamn abortion and do not torture that poor child with an unreliable deadbeat dad, or you being, I can do it all. Barack Obama said I can do it. All right, fuck that bullshit. Children need their fathers. They need nuclear families. Do not fuck around with that bullshit. Do not torpedo your life. Do not torpedo your finances. And please do not ruin your time. Wait until you provide a stable nuclear family for any future would-be children you have, right? That's like the number one thing. Okay, 2, do not major in the liberal arts. Okay, I know society is bending over backwards to suck your metaphorical, even though it doesn't exist, dick right now, to tell you that you could do whatever you want and follow your heart and the money, you girl power and mocked. The real world doesn't operate that way. Real world economics doesn't operate that way. The number one reason, there are other reasons, but the number one reason, and the number one thing that would close the wage gap quickest, is if you girls stop majoring in stupid shit. Child psychology, women's studies, communication. I like children. I think really good with children. Stop lying to me, everybody else, and above all, yourself. You don't like math. You're too lazy to study math. You don't want to work hard. You like the concept of having 9 months a year of a real work week or a real work year, and you get 3 months off, and you don't want to work hard. You don't want to study. That's it. Just admit it, okay? It's even worse and tragic. I know many women. I understand there's also a sexual, not sex, but gender preference for women to go into the more nurturing things. This is why the vast majority of nurses are women. The vast majority of teachers are women. You have to ignore that. Too fucking bad for you. Okay? You want to close the wage gap? You want to make money? You don't want to sit there and hopefully rely on a grant that may or may not come through? You sick and tired of working for your paltry $30,000 a year as a teacher? All right, well, you know what? The real world of economics, you got to look at what do people... Here's what I go through this in my book, Worthless, but I also go through it when I do speeches to college kids. I have everybody list what they're going to buy soon or what they want to buy soon. And then I have them list their degrees. I say, is what you guys want to buy going to be produced by these majors? And 9 times out of 10, there's a complete mismatch. It's a bunch of worthless fucking liberal arts humanities degrees that does not produce the gas, the apples, the electronic doodadery, the video games, whatever. Everybody wants all the IT STEM cool shit. Everybody wants roads, everyone wants gas, everyone wants like electronics, everyone wants a house. But ain't nobody majoring in engineering, construction, plumbing, welding, electrical engineering, computer programming. It's amazing. Like, what the fuck? Where do you think this shit comes from? Fucking government just hires a bunch of fucking nerds out of Asia to build this shit? No, it comes from here in the United States. And then we import foreign labor anyway because we have a shortage of STEM majors. So here's the thing, ladies. If you're all worried about the wage gap, if you really actually do give a shit about your financial future, cut the feminist, biased, leftist political bullshit out. Start thinking, execute some genuinely critical thinking skills. Look at fucking economics, look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, look up starting salaries by major, and then go major in that shit. And too fucking bad if you don't like math. Nobody likes, okay, some weirdos do actually like math, some people do, but too freaking bad. Work is called work because it's work. That's why you're paid for it. Things that are fun, you don't get paid for. Oh, unless you get a government grant financed by taxpayers like me to subsidize an entire industry of make-work jobs. You can be social workers, of which the social problems you guys are trying to solve are never solved, amazingly. All right? And you're also going to be paid lower because no one really wants to pay taxes. People will pay $1 million, or actually they'll pay several $1 million to see Joe Mauer hit a baseball at the Minnesota Twins game. But Jesus Christ, how many people really want to go to school at 6 a.m. in the frickin' morning waiting for that bus? Nobody. Do you want it like pulling teeth? Do you want to be on the side of pulling teeth to get money out of your employers? Or do you want it where people are throwing money at you? That's exactly why strippers make more than teachers. Because men are willing to pay for that shit. Fucking Christ. I looked at the numbers on this thing called Chatterbait. Holy shit. Holy shit. Had no fucking... Oh, that's the other thing. Hang on. That's the 7th. All right, there's 7 things. I reminded myself one. So, all right. So please, going to the military, going to STEM, going to the trades, go do some fucking thing that people want. Do not ever think that this world owes you a motherfucking job, because if you do, you're going to go into some kind of charity where it's going to be government or nonprofit money, which has to be pulled out of people's hands at the force of a head of a gun, and it's going to be low pay. It's just going to be low pay. Become an accountant, become an engineer, become a doctor, become a surgeon, become a nurse. For the love of God, don't become a fucking English teacher, you fucking moron. Especially in an English-speaking country. All right, number 3, do not place your career, party life, or nonprofit SJWing crusadering over your fellow human beings. The number one important thing, the most important thing in your life is other human beings. Now, this could be family and friends, but typically, traditionally, it's been your husband and your children. Okay? Your career is just there to make you money so you can afford food, clothing, and shelter. Your party life is to go and kill brain cells with martinis and flirtinis with girls from your sorority house that are probably going to dump your ass and never hang out with you again once they find a husband and go off on their own. Okay? I'm not saying don't have fun with her. And your political crusader's career, and this is for you younger millennials and Gen Xer type gals out there, they have done such a great job telling you to think that, no, you can't just work and be a mom or raise a family and have a career. No, you have to do something else. You got to change the system. Fuck you. Society has been refining the system, especially Western civilization, for the past 4,000 years. And we figured out pretty much everything. Now you can be, I want to do this. I want to go against global warming. I want to do that. I want to tell everybody else how to shut the fuck up with that bullshit. It ain't your fucking business. You want me to come in and start telling you whether or not you can have abortions? Huh? So, I know the education, media, politicians, feminists, predominantly Democrats, have told you that your career and you is all that matters. No, you do not matter. You are you. You could surround yourself with all the flirtinis and the Prada handbags and the Jimmy Choo shoes. In the end, those are things. They do not respond to you. They are not interactive. They are not dynamic. They are not infinite. They're not sentient. They don't have brains of their own. Your child, who's going to present great arguments against you that are innocent and perhaps politically incorrect but charming, you'll never see that again. Your husband, who spanks you in your ass, maybe buys you a flower. Hey, how you doing, sugar tits? All right. And, that doesn't come from Prada shoes or Jimmy Choo, whatever, bags or shoes. It doesn't come from any shoe or any bag. Your child giving you a hug, your husband taking you out ballroom dancing. You're never going to get that out of your fucking career. You're not going to be happy with your career. All jobs suck. Get that through your fucking head. I'm not saying go and bow down at your fucking husband. You got to choose the right guy. I'm not saying don't go have a career. What I'm saying, life is about loving and experiencing it with other people. Predominantly your own family, but friends, your other family. But then there's the family you have with the guy that presumably you love. That's how it works. Okay? So don't question your genetics and your biological urges because some washed up fucking 63-year-old feminist hag cunt who's never ever experienced love and is miserable and doesn't want you to be happy or joyful because then it will reflect the fact upon her, it'll prove to her that she's pissed away her entire fucking life. The one shot in life she had, hating men, not hitting the gym, not staying beautiful because she should like me, I don't need a fish bicycle, right? So cut out with the feminist fucking bullshit. That shit is toxic. I know you don't like it. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Everything's kumbaya. You're great the way you are. Go do it. 4, don't spend your money on stupid shit. All right? I'm all for girls wearing nice shoes. I'm all for girls wearing nice dresses. I'm all for girls wearing lingerie. All right? You do not need the $3,000 Jimmy Choo shoes. You don't need the Prada handbag. Get rid of this brand name fucking bullshit. Okay? I'm not saying you don't afford yourself nice things occasionally, but the number one thing in life is what? Other humans. You should spend your money on a trip to see Mount Rushmore. You should spend your money going to Glacier National Park with your family. You should spend your money on having a good Christmas meal together. You should spend your money, whatever, having a grill out with your family and friends. That's where your money should be spent. Or paying off your house so you have more of a stable financial situation. Your family is not stressed out. It should be for other people. That's where the lion's share of your money should be spent and your time should be spent, is dealing with other people. Not buying material things. Okay? Oh, get a convertible, sure. Okay, get a cheap used one. Get yourself a motorcycle, absolutely. Yes, go to Italy, absolutely. All right, but this shit where I gotta have, like, I've walked into women's that they have, like, they get trinkets and shit, like, they gotta get the whole set. This Beanie Baby thing, fuck you. Don't get Beanie Babies. What the fuck is that? What does a Beanie Baby do you? Does the Beanie Baby fuck you to the point of sexual ecstasy? No. A guy will. Not that everything's about sex. I'm just saying, a Beanie Baby, these are things. They're things. Great movie to watch. American Beauty. It's just a couch. This isn't living. Watch that. If you don't know that quote, go watch American Beauty. Brilliant fucking movie. All right? So don't spend your money on stupid shit. 5. Oh. I already did have number 7. Didn't even need that. Stay the fuck in shape. Oil is not the number 1 commodity on the planet. Gold and diamonds are not the number 1 commodity on the planet. Do you know what the number 1 commodity on the planet is? The most sought after commodity in the entire fucking universe? Young female beauty. You want to know why it's the most valuable commodity? Because the most productive people, terribly sorry to say it this way, ladies, the most productive, powerful people want it. It's called men. We want to have sex with young female beauty. Or female beauty. There's some women that actually stay quite in shape well into their 40s, maybe even sometimes their 50s. You can look at that and stammer your little feet and get all pissed off and say that you should like me for me and fat positive and body acceptance. Men like, I'll say it again, I've said it, tight asses, big boobs, long legs, long hair. That's what we like. Shut the fuck up and operate from that principle. If you want to fight against that, you might as well fight against gravity, or the sky being blue, or Bill Clinton being a cheating philanderer. All right? These are laws of physics. We like long legs, long hair, big boobs, tight asses. That's what we like. We like feminine beauty. And we've built all of fucking civilization to get it. Okay? Big ripped guys, they protect you. They're cops, they're the military, they're in the uniforms. You want to go sleep with them. Short little skinny guys, I'd be, oh fuck, I can't compete. I'm only become ballroom dance instructors. We build, make things. We make cell phones, iPhones, whatever. We develop electricity. We build everything. I know. 0.00001% of all the inventions were done by women. I got it. I know. I mean, somebody made something. I don't know. I can't name one real, genuine invention a woman came up with. I'm sure there is one. It's just that you look at the vast majority of technological advances, where the vast majority of civilization was built around. It was built by men that wanted to have sex with young female beauty. Now, you could get pissed off about that, or you could capitalize on it. This is a very important point to note. 1, stay the fuck in shape. This will allow you to attract not the hotter or necessarily richer guy, but the best guy. The guy who is hot, hopefully rich too, hopefully tall as well. I'm not begrudging you those things. Absolutely, you got to be physically attracted to the guy. But a guy who is good and moral, is a good husband quality material, would be good with kids, is a great provider, a great lover, is fun for you, selfless, truly altruistic, thinks more about you than he does himself, will sacrifice himself for you or your family. That's what beauty gets, because beauty is the number 1 thing men look for. And I know that's politically incorrect, but like all things that are politically incorrect, it's true. And so you can live in denial and a false reality, or you can live in the real world and real reality. And if you can stay in shape, look, I understand not everyone has that. I mean, I'm short. Girls like tall guys, got to work with that. You may have an ugly face. Yep, okay, you know what? Get a hot smoking bod. You may have a genuine thyroid problem, not like 95% of the people who get a thyroid problem as they're driving on the Rascal in the fucking Walmart of Casper, Wyoming. West side, not east side. They're both shithole Walmarts, don't worry about it. You could go ahead and blame, just stay the fuck in shape. This will not only be better for your health, which is the cop-out excuse, but it's going to attract you better quality men. And then higher quality. And now, of course, you can find the hottest guy and he's a dick. Okay, that's going to require you, and you're going to talk to your mother and your grandmother and figure out, how do I find a real quality man? Okay, there's things you can look for. But if you stay in shape, that's almost worth more than you get in a STEM degree, because you can find that provider. You will get so many benefits, not handouts, what's the word I'm looking for? Breaks. You'll get so many breaks in life because you're good looking. You get into clubs for free. That's a very clear and obvious one. But I guess you get more job opportunities. But the bigger thing is that it will get you a higher quality man and increase your chances for a higher quality family. Right? Again, if you want to fight against it, you don't like that harsh truth, then there's a wall. Go find a concrete wall and bang your head against it, because you're going to accomplish the same thing. That wall is immovable. It's an undeniable law that I know this chubby. Don't give me that. I know this one guy. He's like this one guy. Yeah, well, there's 3.5 billion men on the planet. We all kind of more or less agree on what we like. So there is that. Finally, please do not be the standard brainwashed, I'm voting for Hillary. This really doesn't have much to do with politics, but politics is the symptom. Like, I'm voting for Hillary because, dude, Hillary's husband fucked other women and she's still with this guy. All right? Stop it with rah-rah team woman. Okay? Cut all this politics. No, you shouldn't study politics. There should be no such thing as politics. You want to know what you should study? You should study economics. Please inform yourself about economics, history in an economic terms, and the current public sector budget, your state budget, your local budget, and the federal budget. Please inform yourself about that. Because you have the right to vote, and that means half of the population, or half of the vote, is in the hands of women. You do have a huge sway. Actually, more than half, because I think you guys live longer, and I think you vote in higher numbers too, higher percentages. But in either case, you're obviously a very large factor when it comes to leading this nation, or any Western nation, because we have a democracy. Any of you fuckers tell me about, not you women, these are guys, these are nerdy guys. Guys, don't tell me about the difference between a republic and a democracy. I know. Now shut the fuck up. Anyway, back to you ladies. The reason why is that most advancement in society has come from freeing the people from the government. First there was religion, and it owned the people, and we know how well that went. Even before that, there were tribal warlords. You do what we said, or we'll break your skull. You've seen dictatorships in communist North Korea, the Soviet Union. You could say lesser today in Venezuela. So humanity has fought a long way. If you have children and you care about the people that are in your family, the most important people in your life, the most important thing in your life is other people, typically your family and your children. They have to live in the future that you are responsible for. You are the steward of the future of this country, of democracy. And you need to inform yourself. I'm not going to tell you, vote Democrat or vote Republican. I'm not telling you that. Please motherfucking inform yourself about the finances of this country before you start. Hillary has vag. I'm pulling the thing for Hillary because I'm pro-vag. Please don't be so fucking stupid. Please educate yourself about basic economics, the history, the financial history of this or whatever country you happen to be in, and please look at the state, local, and federal budgets. Become an informed voter. Become a genuinely educated woman, not someone just like, I heard from my philosophy professor that patriarchy and that, like, you know, white men hate. When you're done with that bullshit, there's this thing called the internet where you can look up anything you want for free. It's not that hard. You can look it up for free. Please fucking educate yourself. And that's it. Those are like the 6 main things that would essentially be Bachelorette Pad Economics. You know, there'd be more. I'm sure I'd kind of sit down. But if you want, read Worthless, read Bachelor Pad Economics. But those are the 6 things that are specific to women that I know you don't like it. It's harsh tasting medicine, but the greatest medicines don't taste like sugar and chocolates, okay? If you want sugar and chocolates, please go talk to Barack Obama. Go talk to somebody who wants to lie to you. And, oh yeah, you go, girl. You do whatever you want. There's no consequences in life. But if you want to have a happy life, you want to have a successful life, you want to have a relatively, there's always going to be stress, but a relatively stress-free life, follow these 6 fucking simple rules, okay? And you know what? You may hate my guts, you may hate my demeanor. That's why I run a company called Asshole Consulting. I'm not a nice guy. I don't have the patience for it, okay? Try my way once. Just try it. You know, prove me wrong. Just give it a shot. Don't get knocked up early. Don't major in the liberal arts. Learn about finance. Don't spend your money on stupid shit. Put your fellow human being above all else and stay in fucking shape. Try it and see what happens. All right? So that's it. That's Bachelorette Pad Economics. I will have that book of A Secret Nature coming out later. And again, it'll be very politically incorrect. But once again, all things that are politically incorrect are true. And it might be a game changer. but none of my books have been yet. But hopefully this helps you girls out, for any women that are willing enough to listen. And seriously, if you don't believe me, okay, just go look at your average 60-year-old feminist, all right? You look at the whores, and not whores, that would indicate they had sex. You go look at the charlatans and the shills who are heading up women's studies department. You look at Hillary Clinton. That woman smile at all unless it's a fake. Yeah! You think her husband's fucking I mean, look at these people. Look what they've become. And then ask yourself, do I want to go down that road? Or do I want to try these 6 crazy steps this asshole on the internet recommended? Anyway, check out the website, assholeconsulting.com. Would love to help you ladies out. I got a lot of guy clients. Every once in a while, we do get a female client. But more than happy to help out you girls. It's just going to be straight up, shoot from the hip type of dope like this. None of this touchy-feely Oprah bullshit you're used to. Best of luck to all of you. Toodles.